Okay, today we're converting customer units of capacity. A recipe makes 12 cups of soup. How many quarts does the recipe make? Remember, there are 2 cups in a pint and 2 pints in a quart. So that's basic information coming up from fourth grade. And if you remember, you had your gallon, your big gallon, and inside the gallon was 4 quarts, and inside each quart was 2 pints. And inside each pint is 2 cups. So you can redraw that and it'll help you remember what's what. So 2 cups equals 1 pint, and 2 pints equals 1 quart. 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. So how many cups is in 1 quart? So when we look at our cue, we can see we've got 4 cups in a quart, and we've got how many? 16 cups. I have 4 quarts, which is 1 gallon. So we're going from smaller to larger, larger to smaller. Cups are smaller than a quart, so it's smaller to larger. Remember, our smaller to larger, we divide. So if we want to know how many cups is in 1 quart, we are going to, let's see, we're going from smaller to larger. Yeah, so actually we're going in the other direction because the way the question's written. So let me get that. 1 quart equals how many cups? I'm going from larger to smaller, so I'm going to multiply. And I know that there is 4 cups in a quart, so 1 times 4 is 4. So for 16 cups equals how many quarts? I'm going from smaller to larger, so I'm dividing there. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Okay. And here's the data table on this page if you want to write this out on a note card, or if you like drawing that big gallon, whatever you want. This is your data table you're going to use to convert for our problems in this section. So to change from a larger unit to a smaller unit, remember we are multiplying. To change from a smaller unit to a larger unit, we are dividing. So we need to use that data table up there so we know what we need to multiply or divide by. So in this case, we're going from cups to fluid ounces. And fluid ounces was 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces. That might be new from fourth grade. 1 cup is 8 ounces, 8 fluid ounces. So we're going from a larger unit to a smaller unit. So we're going to multiply. And in this case, we're multiplying because 1 cup has 8 ounces. 3 cups, if you think ahead, if you do 3 3/4 times 8, you know that 3 times 8 is 24. So you know it's going to be larger than 24. And if you estimate this, you're going to wind up with an answer of 32. It's going to be a little bit under 32. And you can turn your fractions into your mixed numbers into improper fractions. So we have 15 times 8 is going to equal 120 divided by 4, which is going to equal 30. And that's what we're doing over here. And it doesn't look like it, but that's what's happening. To change a smaller unit to a larger unit, you're going to divide. So we're going from pints, which are smaller than quarts. So 2 pints equals 1 quart, so we're going to divide by 2. So we have 5 divided by 2 equals 2 1/2. There's that fraction stuff that's coming up. I told you we'd be reviewing that when we did measurement. Why do you change 4 gallons, 5 quarts to 5 gallons, 1 quart? And it's just like when you're talking about mixed numbers. It's improper, kind of, because you've got Um, Over here, your 5 quarts. Remember when we made our gallon? And we know in a gallon there's 4 quarts. So if I say 4 gallons, 5 quarts, I can really, I can, I can take 4 quarts out of there and add it over here. So I have 5 gallons, 1 quart. That's the proper way to write it in lowest terms. Why is 1/8 cup equal to 1 fluid ounce? 1 cup equals 8 fluid ounces. So 1 cup can be divided into 8 equal parts. So each part would be 1 fluid ounce. So 1/8 of a cup is equal to 1 fluid ounce because a cup has 8 ounces in it. So 1/8 of a cup is equal to 1 fluid ounce. And then going in to do the math, we do from cups to gallons. And remember your conversions there. We've got pints in here and cups in here. So to go from 32 cups equals how many gallons? I know that 1 gallon has 16 cups, so I'm going to do 32 divided by 16 and get 2. Half a quart equals how much of a gallon? So here's my quart here. My quart is a half a quart equals how much of a gallon? So 1 quart is 1/4 of a gallon. Half a quart is 1/8 of a gallon. So number 5, 48 quarts equals how many pints? And there's 2 pints in a quart, so we multiply that by 2, and we get 96 pints. 6 1/8 quarts equals how many cups? We know in 1 quart there's 4 cups. So when we do 6 1/8 times 4, we get 24 and a half. 3 quarts, 1 pint equals how many pints? So we know there's 1 pint there. So we need to figure out 3 quarts equals how many pints. And we know in 1 quart there's 2 pints. So in 3 quarts there's 6 pints. So I've got 6 plus 1 equals 7. And number 8, 9 pints equals how many quarts, pints, or quarts? So 9 pints equals how many quarts? So we're going from smaller to larger. So we're going to be dividing, and we're dividing by 2. So we have 4 with 1 little guy left over. Or you could write the fraction 4 and 1/2. Don't forget to use your data table and to help you solve these problems.